New day, whether you're hearing the sound of my voice on the Rundown with Ramon show at 3 p.m., at 11 a.m., or at 7 a.m. Welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. All I do is one thing and one thing alone, help you live your best life or start or grow your business. We got some amazing headlines today to dive into. And as always, the headlines of the day today, ripped from the big headlines, the big brands, is all about how it impacts your personal life or how it impacts your business, what we can learn from it, and of course, a flagship topic of the day, my big failure, in particular, my big failure with vibe coding. I saw an article in the Wall Street Journal. In fact, I listened to a podcast, and I've heard about vibe coding for the last many, many months now. And I said, let me give it a try. And I'm going to tell you what happened and about my epic failure with it and more. But welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon show. Man, we got some juicy, juicy headlines for you today. You're going to enjoy this show, and I hope you learn from the show. Let's go. Hey. All right, let's dive into the show. Again, welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon, reminding you, we got Zone of Genius Awards coming up in the fall. I don't want you to miss out on that. zoneofgeniusawards.com, zoneofgeniusawards.com, and conference. Want you to attend and want to celebrate your success. So check that out. And remember, check out zoneofgenius.com. Go to zoneofgenius.com so you don't miss out on all the insight that we're going to be sharing today, such as Anthropic is rolling out a new AI model aimed at financial research. Woo! Peloton's big miss as hardware sales sputter. I just came from the gym. Hims and Hers launches a weight loss pill in a hit to Novo. What that means for you, trust me, I got an angle for you. Trust me. Altman, that's Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, responds to Anthropic's Super Bowl ads. This is getting juicy. The rise of peanut butter pay rises. That sounds tasty and good. 11 Labs secures $500 million to expand voice AI offerings. Investors are frothing at the bit, and Google is investing $4.75 billion to secure energy for data centers. And finally, Minute Maid, say it ain't so. Minute Maid's frozen juices are discontinued as demand seems to wane. Again, welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. Iana of the Musical Web is here. It's such an honor, Iana, that I could be here to be a part of your wonderful, wonderful day, Iana. Thanks for being here, Iana of the Musical Web, showing up. Love it that you're here today, Iana. So let's dive into today's headlines, the topics of the day today, before we get to our flagship topic of the day, which is my big failure. So number one, ding, 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 ding. Anthropic is rolling out new AI models aimed at financial research. Here's what's going on. Historically, like over the last 18 months or so, the AI was generic. You put a chat in and you can do whatever you want, which is expansive. Get all the kind of research. It helps you. It can think with you and give you advice and all the things that we're all doing with prompting. But now the models are getting very specific. You have models for the legal fields. You have models that are for financial research. You're coming out with models that are focused on healthcare. Listen, AI is only going to grow. It's getting better and better and faster and faster and smarter and more correct and more correct. This is a fact. It is a game-changing, amazing force that we're all seeing. So kudos to Anthropic rolling out a brand new kind of model focused on financial research. Now, what people will do with this, who knows? Is this going to impact the Dave Ramseys? Is this going to impact the Morgan Stanleys? Is this going to impact financial planners? Imagine that being combined with a financial banking app. Maybe the need for human financial planners will be less and less and less. This is a fact. Anthropic's rival OpenAI also debuted a new enterprise platform earlier on Tuesday. So Anthropic is rolling out a new AI model aimed at financial research. That, my friends, is big news. Denny, what do you think about that? Do you think this is much ado about nothing, or do you think this is a game changer as these AI models go into doing financial research and more? Is it gonna overturn the role of the financial advisor and others? Curious what Denny thinks. Ding, 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 ding. Peloton's big miss as hardware sales sputter. CFO is going to exit. Peloton is struggling to bounce back as holiday sales of new hardware came in softer than forecast when subscription churn increased amid a price hike. Listen, Peloton's model is sell hardware, sell a subscription to leveraging Peloton, to use the AI or whatever it is, and to use the human coaches and all those kind of things so people can get healthier. But again, it's nice. This is what happens, right? This is not just a euphemism, but people have a spike, a high. I want to get more fit. I want to be healthy. And then after it wears off, especially there seems to be a price hike, people say, nope, not interested. This is the fact. So for your business, what does this mean? Subscription businesses are good, and we should have them and do them. But when you raise prices, you got to get ready for the backlash. And bottom line, as my friends at Zoho show us all the time, being a public company is not easy because you're always beholden to the public markets. You can be doing as well as you can. Things shift in business, but the headline of the day is your company's not doing well because the stock market went down. And I'm not sure if that's a viable way to build a business. So lesson learned, sometimes it's better to build in the quietness and the privacy of your company and not have to share all your goods to everyone, and then you're tanked for really no reason. My name is Ramon Ray, everybody. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Peloton is going down, but hey, maybe because they're going down doesn't mean it's bad, or maybe it does. Ding, 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 ding. This is interesting. Talking about another competitive breach. Hims and Hers launches weight loss pill in a hit to Novo. So Novo has this weight loss pill called Wegovy. You may have seen this ads all over TV. I've seen it. Danish drug maker Novo Nordisk's Wegovy. But now Hims and Hers is launching their own weight loss pill. Now, this is not easy to do, but here's the thing. Hims and Hers already has thousands and thousands and thousands of people in its database selling all kind of health products and et cetera to guys and girls. They're like, hey, let's expand the offering and cross-sell. Do you want to also lose weight? Not just get your libido hot and heavy, but do you also want to lose weight? Here we have something for you. So meaning you can be selling one product as Novo Nordisk is doing with Wegovy. But now Hims is offering the pill at $49 for the first month, then $99 monthly for a 5-month subscription, while Wegovy is $149 a month. They're saying we got the same thing for you and we can do it cheaper. So many nuggets in here. And this is the thing. Keep your eye on the ball. Understand what your competitors are doing, but don't just be fixated on them. You have Hims and Hers, which is a great brand, has millions of paying customers offering something to their customers now. And this, number 3, don't sit in your laurels and think, I'm good. There's somebody else faster, better, and more nimble that can come and eat your lunch. So don't just sit on your laurels thinking you're fine. Interesting here, ding, 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 ding. Anthropic, new Super Bowl ad coming up soon, pokes fun at OpenAI. CEO Sam Altman firing back. I'm going to dive into this in a minute, but it's interesting. Yes, competitors can make fun of each other, but I wonder, when do you ignore what somebody's saying about you and when do you respond? Sometimes when you ignore it, yeah, maybe the fire builds and it's something that should not be ignored. But sometimes when you talk about it, you give more fuel to the fire and give more publicity to the person that's talking about you. So let me read this headline from LinkedIn News. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman fired back in Anthropic Super Bowl ads, mocking his AI startup, calling them funny, but also deceptive and clearly dishonest. CNBC reports Anthropic's planned big game commercial and pre-game spot poke fun at OpenAI's decision to roll out ads to ChatGPT users. Altman noting that OpenAI has a different business model with more free users, said Anthropic serves an expensive product to rich people. Woo! I love how they're saying this is the differentiation and what our product is for. Their clash for popularity and market dominance has drawn comparisons to Pepsi and Coca-Cola, as well as McDonald's and Burger King. Interesting. You got these two warring parties. Which one will win? I'll give you the secret. Both can win, and there's room for others in the market. But I love seeing this battle playing out because you know what? When the giants battle each other, it makes it good for us because this means they have to have an edge. They have to keep doing better and better. They have to make sure their pricing is competitive and have a stake in the ground for who they're going to serve. Anthropic, OpenAI, keep fighting. It's better for us, better for the consumers as time goes on in this AI battle. I love it. Ding, 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 ding. The rise of peanut butter pay raises. More employers are moving away from performance-based pay bumps and toward peanut butter salary increases or uniform raises, says HR Drive, citing a new report. Currently, 44% of companies are incorporating this flat compensation approach or are actively considering it. The motivation stems from shrinking compensation budgets, ongoing economic certainty, and heightened scrutiny around merit-based pay per pay scale. Meanwhile, the average pay increase for 2026 is expected to remain steady at 3.5%. So they're moving away from performance pay bumps, moving away from, hey, who did this, who deserved it, and saying, you know what? Everybody in the accounting department gets a raise of 1%. Done. Equitable, easy. But I don't know if that's the right way to do it. Some people like to be competitive. I like to know I get paid more than Johnny because I put more in and I did better work. Why not pay me more? Hello. That's something that we all as business leaders get to decide. But the beauty of entrepreneurship, we can pay ourselves whatever we want. And the only person that decides that is, are we beholden to our customers? Are we serving a good product? Do we have our back end operations well? And have we earned the right to pay ourselves what we want? Ding, 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 ding. Interesting note. 11 Labs secures $500 million to expand voice AI offerings. 11 Labs, if you didn't know, 11 Labs, this amazing company that excels in voice AI. So they got $500 million, $500 million. Round led by Sequoia Capital, boosting its valuation to $11 billion. What does this mean for you and I? One, that investing is good. Investing is good, something you should check out and do for your business. Possibly, let me rephrase that. It's better to not have an investor to bootstrap your way, as Mark Cuban says, but investing could be good for some. If you have a big vision, $1 billion play, it's really hard to bootstrap that. But also be careful. So that's 11 Labs, kudos to you. The voice AI business is booming and growing. Investors are pouring money into all kinds of things in AI to see which one sticks. Tim Sohn, glad you're here, Tim. Thanks for being here. The Rundown with Ramon, man. Always glad you're here, Tim. Good to see your smile here. Alexandra Nicole, one of my favorite humans from EYG Events. Alexandra Nicole, elevate your growth. Glad you're here, Alexandra. Thanks for being an amazing voice across platforms and helping people elevate their growth and elevate their mind. Check out what Alexandra is doing, of course, at EYGEvents.com. Ding, 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 ding. Moving on here. Google is investing $4.75 billion, almost $5 billion to secure energy for data centers. AI is growing. AI requires increased data. The increased data requires money to build data centers. Deals with the energy providing companies. Bottom line, it's just math, people. And Google and OpenAI and Microsoft and all these big brands, they're investing money to keep the AI machine going because we're all going to be paying for it. Google is set to become the first tech giant to own an energy company. Woo! Google's almost $5 billion plan to buy solar and wind developer Intersect is its latest move to secure energy as data centers strain electricity grids. Smart move. Google's forward-looking, saying, hey, the biggest thing that's going to stop our competitive growth is if we don't have access to data and if data centers, which means if we don't have access to energy and if we don't have access to land. That's it. That's the game. In order for you to make little cute pictures with Nano Banana, in order for you to do searches, in order for you to have your little Gmail, Google knows it needs data centers, it needs energy. So it's investing in the future. That's the kind of $1 billion play that only $1 billion company can do. Now, going back to your smaller business, Alexandria, Tim, Ayana, and Denny, thinking about what are the competitive things that you need to do to grow your business. For my business, it's very simple. I'm in the event business, Zone of Genius Awards in the fall. I have my Genius Talks. You can check all that at zoneofgenius.com, the event business. I'm in the content production business. This show here, Rundown with Ramon Show, the podcast we have, and more. In the content business, putting articles on Zone of Genius, the social media that we do. And I'm in the talent business where brands working with me to help grow their brands, build authenticity, and reach many of you. VeriSign, Bitdefender, Zoho, and other brands that I work with. This is the business I'm in. Taking that to another level, what are the competitive things that could stop that growth? One is my health. I'm not healthy enough, like Kevin Hart, like Tyler Perry, like Steve Harvey. If I'm not healthy, the show stops. So I have to be healthy. I have to be fit, mentally healthy and physically healthy. I have to make sure I have the right technology, the right platforms to produce the content. Do I have the right team that can help scale me? Do I have the right head of operations that can help me build this foundation? What are the things, maybe you're not building data centers, but what are the things that are 2 or 3 levels above what you're doing that can help take your growth to the next level? Say it ain't so. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, no. Minute Maid's frozen juices are discontinued as demand wanes. Beverage giant Coca-Cola announced this week that it will discontinue Minute Maid's frozen canned juices by April 2026 in the U.S. and Canada, citing declining consumer demand. The change marks the end of an 80-year era for a brand that was once an American breakfast staple. Coca-Cola aims to focus instead on fresh juices and other products that better meet current consumer preferences, according to a company statement. Notably, U.S. sales of frozen beverages recently declined almost 8% year over year. Interesting. I remember you take that little can, you pull the seal back, it pops a bit. You take the frozen concentrated juice, pour it into a little bucket, and pour water into it, stir it, and you got orange juice. They're saying people are buying less of that. Wow. Coca-Cola is discontinuing Minute Maid frozen juices. Say it ain't so, but it is what it is. The world must go on. Before we get to the flagship topic of the day, my big failure with vibe coding. Here's a question from Alexandra Nicole. Our question of the day, sponsored by EYG Events. How do you personally reflect after big seasons? I love this, and I'm going to answer it this way. One of the things that I love to do, Alexandria, after I do a big event is have a great meal with friends. It's not quite the same question you asked me, but when I get off a huge high, I've hosted a 3-day conference. I've hosted a full-day event. I've done something really big. I got a big deal. I love to have a nice meal. Either I'll have it solo. I've gone to a steakhouse and plunked $150 on a steak meal just with myself, some mushrooms, some mashed potatoes and steak with salt on grits. Love you, brother. What's up, Dr. Will Moreland's in the house. Always love when this giant, when this amazing man shows up, Dr. Will Moreland. Love seeing you on TV, brother. You did good, man. You look good, and you shared good, Dr. Will. Glad to have you here. But I love to have a good meal with friends. Now, you're talking about a season, reflecting on that, and I need to do more of that because the past few years for me, Alexandra, have been a bit slow. So I don't take my business per se season by season. And hearing the question, Alexandria, I probably should. But I do celebrate big moments. But as I step into this season that I'm in, because again, maybe I shouldn't say I haven't had a big season in a while. It's been incremental jumps. But as I look at a big deal I'm getting ready to do, possibly by God's grace, with a huge TV platform, that's going to be a big deal. As I see as how Genius Talks Alexandria is growing, that's a big deal. Who would have thought that I'd be doing Genius Talks in Bucharest, Romania, in Hyderabad, India, in Mumbai, India? Who would have thought? Our New York event is almost sold out. You can go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com/Genius Talks, and check that out. It's almost sold out. Zoneofgenius.com. You can see it all there, right there. So as I think of the seasons I'm in, Alexandria, think of where I'm going, what I'm doing, I'm so blessed and excited about it because I am in a season of growth. And I think to your point, Alexandria, we should all celebrate and take the time to see where we've been and where we're going. So thank you for the question. Now to our flagship topic of the day. This episode, by the way, brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender. Hackers want to attack your business. Cyber criminals want to attack your business. It is a fact. They want, when you click, it to be a bad link and go to a website that is bad. They want to steal your employee data. They want to steal your customer data. They want to lock your computers with ransomware so you can't get into it. They want to affect your computers on your phone so that it goes to your tablet, so it goes to your network. That's what they want to do. Be vigilant. Be secure. Be careful what you click. Verify when people say wire money. Verify that. But also make sure you have the software which can serve as an overlayer, as an overwatch, as a security policy so that when you may miss something, the security can check it. And our friends at Bitdefender have solutions for you. Bitdefender.com/Ramon, Bitdefender.com/Ramon. If you're on your mind, do me a favor, not only go to the website, but tag them. Let them know, hey, Ramon's talking about you. I would appreciate that. They know that I'm talking about them. They know that somebody out there is interested. My name is Ramon Ray, Bitdefender, Small Business Ambassador. So, flagship topic of the day today, my big failure. I tried vibe coding and failed at it. Now, part of the reason I failed at vibe coding, I know nothing about coding. And I think I didn't know how to get the executable file, didn't know how to make a double click in Windows, didn't know how to make a code so it's an online app to do something. Really got stuck. I still don't know what I'm doing or how to do this vibe coding. I don't understand it. But I'm going to get there. I made the code, a little app I wanted to create, forgot it. It built off the code in Python. I picked randomly Ruby, Python, whatever, just picked one, and it did it. but I don't know what to do the next step. So I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Now I have tons of friends who are developers who can help me with this. Easy, easy, easy. And OpenAI did try to do things that it walked me through a few things, but it's something I got stuck on. But here's the thing. It wasn't truly a failure. And you know why? Because I've never coded before. I've done a little basic in school, a little Pascal when I was in college years ago. But I really never coded before. Don't know anything about coding. But I see the potential because I can literally do plain text code, refine it, refine it, refine it. It will develop the code and you can create software. Create me a word processor-like app that is built on the cloud that works in AWS that I can type notes and save to the cloud. I can build my own app and do that. That's Google Docs. Go figure. I can say, hey, make me an alarm system that I can pick 3 or 4 different alarm sounds, and it will go off at a certain day and has the voice of Ramon Ray and inspire people. I can type that out in plain text, hit a button, and it will develop the code for it. Do you know what that's like? That's a game changer. You know how much time that saves. So the nugget, the lesson of the day today is, even though I spent hours trying to get the app working and figuring out how I can make it even work and do something, the time I spent figuring it out, it gave me hope. It didn't feel like a true failure. It gave me hope. It gave me hope because I see the possibilities. And whether I tinker with it or now I can hire a developer and know that, hey, you're a developer, you can use vibe coding to do what I need to be done faster. And here goes another question that opens up. If you're paying somebody for time and they do it faster, should you pay them less? Abso-freaking-lutely, which is why I don't pay for things for time. Ramon Ray, can you do X, Y, Z for us? Sure. It's going to cost you $5,000. It'll cost you $1,000. It'll cost you $25,000. It's not even a matter of the time. It's a matter of what is it worth to you. So vibe coding was a failure. I developed this little program, put Python, did these scripts. I saw how it's working. I'm in the programming world now, but I'm happy because I know that even though the programming, quote unquote, failed, that it was a success because I'm now a coder. I just need to know how to get it developed. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Excited to be here with you. Glad you're here today. Do me a favor, put the share button, hit it. Share this episode out with somebody else. Not a favor for me, but did you know that if this was important for you, if this was insightful for you, that means it's going to be helpful for somebody else. Can't wait to go to Chicago, be at CreativeCon, creativecon.com. Note that, creativecon.com with an 8. I'll be there in just a few days. Scale with Stability Summit's coming right up in April. Woo, right around the corner. Scale with Stability is coming up. John Maxwell and other amazing speakers. Definitely check out what Alexandra Nicole's doing. Elevate Your Growth, EYGevents.com. And listen, many of you are telling me, Ramon, I want to work with you. Ramon, can you mentor me? Can you coach me? Can you open the door to what you're doing and help me grow? We had our session last night. It was fire. It was fire. Don't sit on this. Check out RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. If you want Ramon to coach you, podcasting, personal branding, personal development, video editing, mindset, how to scale, how to grow, how to hire your first VA or how to hire your 10th VA, how Ramon does his online content, how Ramon does events, family and business, all the things we talk about week by week by week, you don't want to miss out. You do not want to miss out. Go to RamonOfficeHours.com right now, RamonOfficeHours.com right now, and check it out. And I want to see many of you in fall in New York City at the Zone of Genius Awards, coming up this fall, Zone of Genius Awards. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Be blessed. Make an impact in the world. The world needs you. The world needs us to show up. See, now that's a good question, Ayanna. That is a good question. I should be right, but I don't know if the dates conflict, and I don't know. I miss my people, Ayanna. I miss my people. You're pulling at my heartstrings now. You're pulling at my heartstrings, Ayanna. Let me check it out. Oh, actually, no, I got a gig. I bought a ticket, by the way, Ayanna. I bought a ticket to TSP Live, but I may only be there for one day because I got a gig. Somebody hired me to do something for them. And so let me check those dates again. But thanks. Sean is here. Haven't seen this voice in a minute. What's up, Sean Shushek? Good to see you here, brother. Nice to see you here. I think I may have your book behind me, man. Love to see you here. Tony, love how you show up. Love your fitness. I think you're in fitness, Tony, and more. Love how you show up. Appreciate you being here. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. It's been a blessing. It's been amazing to be here. What a time we've had together. Have a great day. Make a difference in the world. I'll see you Monday, 7 a.m. for the live show. But on demand, you can see it anytime you want across platforms. Don't forget, sign up to our YouTube channel at Zone of Genius. Yes, so you don't miss out. But the main flagship I want you to do, just go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, and sign up to our email newsletter, zoneofgenius.com. That's the best place to go. Sign up so you don't